the most awaited moment has come. I request the gathering to stand and welcome the solar man of India, Mr. Chetan Singh Solanki, sir. Let us all put our hands together and welcome. Thank you, dear audience. I request all of you to be seated. Hello, everybody. I wish you all a wonderful evening. I, Mrs. Manjula, welcome you all today to this prestigious event of renewable revolution. Tony Robbins once said, "Only those who have learned the power of sincere and selfless contribution experience life's deepest joy." We are privileged to have one such man with us today, Professor Chetan Singh Solanki, also known as the Solar Man of India, who has contributed a great deal in the field of solar energy. We also have with us the Energy Swaraj team and Mr. Srinivas, a well-known scientist from Andhra Pradesh. Before we proceed with this session, I request the audience to give a standing ovation for the Energy Swaraj Foundation. Thank you very much. Energy is the essence of life. The future is all about green energy. I'd like to invite Ms. Sritanvi of grade 11 to give an introductory note about energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty, esteemed guests, and my fellow students, I am Sri Tanvi of grade 11. In the intricate tapestry of our modern existence, there exists an omnipresent force, one that silently weaves its influence into the very fabric of our lives, energy. As we bask in the glow of our well-lit classrooms, marvel at the technological wonders that surround us, and enjoy the comforts of our homes, it is crucial to acknowledge the indispensable role played by this intangible yet potent entity. Energy in its myriad forms is the lifeblood of our society, fueling progress, innovation, and the very essence of our daily routines. However, within this seamless narrative lies a story of challenge and consequence. Conventional energy sources, predominantly harnessed from finite reservoirs and often accompanied by environmental repercussions, implore us to rethink the trajectory of our energy journey. It is against this backdrop that we eagerly anticipate the insights of a true visionary in the realm of sustainable energy. Professor Solanki, the architect behind the Energy Swaraj Yatra. His journey beckons us to embark on a collective odyssey towards the sustainable alternatives. His endeavors challenge us to transcend the familiar and imagine an energy landscape where innovation and responsibility coalesce. Today, as we gather in eager anticipation of Professor Solanki's wisdom, let us not merely witness a discourse, but actively engage in a dialogue that transcends the commonplace. Together, let us envision an energy panorama that not only caters to our immediate needs, but does so with a profound respect to the intricate balance of the planet we call home. In welcoming Professor Solanki, we open our minds to the possibilities that lie ahead, inviting each of us, my friends, my teachers, my school leaders, our guests present here, to become stewards of an energy future that is not just sustainable, but transformative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sri Tanvi, for the energetic introductory about energy. I request the choir team to take over for this prayer song.
नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीद मम भास्कर प्रभाकर नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकर नमोऽस्तु ते सप्तस्वरदमारूढम् प्रचण्डं कश्यपात्मजम् श्वेतपद्मधरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् लोहितं रथमारूढम् सर्वलोकपितामहम् महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् त्रैगुण्यं च सूरं ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वरं महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् बृंहितं तेजपुञ्जं च वायुमाकाशमेव च प्रभुं च सर्वलोकानां तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् बन्दूकपुष्पसङ्काशम् हारकुण्डलभूषितम् एकचक्रधरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं जगत्कर्तारं महातेजप्रदीपनं महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं जगदानादं ज्ञानविज्ञानमोक्षदं महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम्
Thank you. That was a beautiful prayer. We believe that the sun is the only visible God, And when Suryashtakam is chanted, the sun showers us with his blessings. I would now like to welcome the most innovative lady on campus, known for her vision and compassion, the director of Rainbow School, Mrs. Padma Subramaniam, to deliver the welcome note.
Thank you. A very happy evening to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, my staff members, and my students over here. It is with great pleasure and immense honor that I stand before you to welcome a visionary leader, an esteemed scholar, the solar man of India, and the driving force behind the Swaraj, Energy Swaraj Yatra. As we welcome Sir into the fold of our school community, we are not merely welcoming a person, we are embracing a beacon of inspirations, a catalyst of change, and a champion of sustainable energy. Energy, children and friends, is a very important factor, or is the most important driving factor of our life, isn't it? Social parameters of growth, economic parameters of growth are all dependent on energy. And solar energy being very abundant and clean is the quick solution for all the societies. These are not my words. These are Professor Solanki's words. And I believe this is the reason, or this is the motivation that he had before he started off this great yatra with a very good motive of educating people all around the country. We should give a big round of applause. A big means a big one. Coming from a very, very small village and going to the heights because of his father's encouragement, going to different colleges, he found himself a very comfortable place at IIT Mumbai being the professor. He could have stayed happy over there, but he didn't stop short over there. He could have his motive was, if I teach a batch of 50 students per year in IIT Mumbai staying there, maybe I would reach only a few thousands and that batch would have again forgotten the message. But then he had a bigger motive because he had been to more than, I think, 30 countries, listening to different discussions, happening to understand what is happening all around the globe, why the planet is under trouble, because we human beings have really done a lot of damage to the planet Earth. And we ourselves need to give it some medication, some solution for it. So Sir came up with this Energy Yatra. Before that, in 2019, we, the school, Rainbow School, were also the solar ambassadors. We participated in the program just like that because it was called for by Cbse people. We had some of the students, assemble the solar lamp kit that was provided. And we had a wonderful session that day. But then, when we started interacting with the team of Energy Swaraj Yatra, we came to know that Sir is behind this project also. So a big round of applause for the Solar Ambassador program. Of course, this is the only program that we know other than the Swaraj Yatra. There are many more such programs that he has undertaken because his favorite subject is energy, right? So Sir's journey is not it's not just for fun. He has pledged himself to move around the country for 11 years. It is not a small task. It's a huge sacrifice, I would say. but Sir has taken it. Very few people have the guts to take it, and Sir has the guts to take this task around the country, which will reach to the world also. Sir designed the solar bus with a steam, which has all the amenities, but it runs only with the solar panel, not using any other diesel or petrol as the fuel. So this is again a role modeling that he is trying to do. And he visits different places, addresses people, students, like adults and students. So what is the reason for that? We believe that each one of you who is here to listen to Sir would become the solar ambassador again, forwarding this message to many more in the future, so that the people whom you share with will again share with some more. So this should become a public movement. That is the belief, and he's working for it. So I think today we should not just listen to his speech, which I'm eagerly waiting for. I wouldn't call it as a speech, it would be a clarion call from Sir as such. So you're not supposed to be sitting and listening to it, or I would say hearing to it. You should be listening to it so that you understand what Sir is trying to tell, and where we are, how the earth is in trouble, and how we could work on it. You are the right people to work for it. Let us be a part of this journey of Sirs and his teams, having Sir at the helm, right? So let us all take part and see that this information goes out everywhere, and we have a very good earth to live in and to also give as a gift to the future generations to come. We will have a few tasks to take up for this. So when we accepted to host the Yatra, we also accepted to sign with the, we have a form for it, action plan for climate correction, for which Sir is working. And I think Sir will be talking about this, and I wouldn't open up all those things till the end of the speech as such. All right? So I hope you'll all give your ears. Yes? Dear parents, this is a clarion call from our side also, that please do share these messages to many more through your group calls or anything as such. See that everybody follows that, and we have a very green planet to live in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manjula, for giving me this opportunity. So
Thank you,
please,
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Good evening to everyone. You know, Reet, last night I came across an article. It said the climate has changed. Everyone should understand how to minimize energy use. By achieving energy independence, the globe will be carbon neutral and carbon free. Realize that climate change is a severe problem. We should all be a part of the solution. So far, we have all been a part of the pollution. That, in a nutshell, has been the life of Professor Chetan Singh Solanki, also known as the Solar Man of India or Solar Gandhi. He calls for reducing usage of unclean energy.
Professor Chetan Singh Solanki is an educator, researcher, innovator, and happiness program teacher of Art of Living, who is currently on an unpaid leave from IIT Bombay. He has undertaken Energy Swaraj Yatra from November 2020 through a solar bus for 11 years until 2030. In this Yatra, Professor Solanki has pledged not to go home until 11 years and stay in the Solar Yatra bus. In the wake of serious and catastrophic climate change, the Energy Swaraj Yatra is designed with the purpose to create a public movement towards adoption of 100% solar energy. He has been honored with the brand ambassador of solar energy for Madhya Pradesh government. Professor Solanki has also been referred to as the Solar Man of India by Times of India, The Hindu, and India Today. Some people also call him Solar Gandhi. Following Gandhian idols, he has coined the word Energy Swaraj, and to establish Energy Swaraj globally, he has founded the Energy Swaraj Foundation, ESF. Professor Solanki has led major projects, solar projects at IIT Bombay. Through his SOLS project, he has reached over 7.5 million families, providing them clean light. There are several awards to his credit, including 3 Guinness World Records, 2 Young Scientist Awards, CSIR Science and Technology Award, Excellence in RE Skilling, Outstanding Green Activist, and many more. Professor Solanki has written 8 books and published over 100 research papers internationally. He has 4 patents. He has 4 US patents to his credit. During 2019, Professor Solanki traveled across the world covering 30 countries to spread the message of solar energy. In his ongoing Energy Swaraj Yatra, he has traveled more than 28,000 kilometers, reaching about 130,000 people across 17 Indian states. Professor Solanki has described in his book, Energy Swaraj, My Experiments with Solar Truth, that adoption of Energy Swaraj or energy independence should become a public movement. His Energy Swaraj Yatra is the seeds for this movement, so that we all can create a better and beautiful world.
Energy Swaraj Foundation aims at spurring every citizen into undoing the havoc wrought on the environment and reduce usage of unclean energy. In fact, his clarion call to every citizen is to go grid independent. He settles for nothing less than total eliminations of the sources of carbon emission. 50% of the carbon emissions witnessed since human evolution was contributed in the last 30 years. Nobody is realizing that we are sitting on a ticking time bomb where drastic and immediate action is necessary. Well, that was a brief introduction to the projected effects of carbon emissions over next 3 decades. Today, we have the privilege of being in the presence of a true visionary and leader in the field of environmental sustainability. Our guest speaker has dedicated his career to finding innovative solutions for a greener and more sustainable future. Let us welcome Professor Chetan Singh Solanki, founder of Energy Swaraj Foundation and the brand ambassador of solar energy for Government of Madhya Pradesh in India. Thank you.
Thank you, children. I think we have a little time. Everybody know that. Now, we need to give more time to Solanki sir. So I request Mr. Srinivas to give us a short but crisp talk on Professor Solanki.
Good evening, my dear solar soldiers. I'm so glad to see you all this wonderful evening. నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది. ఎప్పటి నుంచి అయితే ఇది నా 10 years వెయిట్ అన్నమాట. సో ఫస్ట్లీ ఐ మస్ట్ థ్యాంక్ మై డైరెక్టర్స్ ఫర్ మేకింగ్ దిస్ వండర్ఫుల్ ఈవినింగ్. సో తెలుగులో ఒక పాట రానే వచ్చేసింది, ఆ ఎదురు చూస్తున్న ఆ సంధ్యా సమయం. సో ఎంత ఆనందంగా ఉందంటుంటే మన పిల్లలు పాడుతుంటే సన్ మీద నిజంగా పులకరించిపోయింది ప్రాణం అంతా. సో చూస్తుంటే ఎంత చక్కటి ఓపెన్ వెదర్లో ఇలాంటి సన్నివేశం ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందా అని ఎదురు చూస్తున్నాను. అందులోనూ రెయిన్బో ఇంటర్నేషనల్ స్కూల్లో ఈ యాక్టివిటీ ఇలా జరగటానికి అసలు చూడండి ఎంత డైనమిక్ మన డైరెక్టర్స్ ఉన్నారంటే, నాకున్న పరిచయంతో ఇలాంటి ఒక మెగా ఈవెంట్ ఒకటి రాబోతుంది సార్ మన నెల్లూరు మీద నుంచి అనగానే ఇమ్మీడియట్గా డైరెక్టర్స్ అది మా స్కూల్లోనే ఇమ్మీడియట్గా వచ్చేయాలని ముందుగా క్యాచ్ చేసి పట్టేసుకున్నారు. సో అంత ఫాస్ట్గా. సో ఇక్కడ నేను అర్థం చేసుకున్నాను, నా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి నాకు చెప్తారు అదృష్టం అందరికీ వస్తుందంట, కానీ కొంతమంది దాన్ని అందిపుచ్చుకుంటారంట. అట్లాగా మన డైనమిక్ డైరెక్టర్స్ ఇలా అందిపుచ్చుకోవటం ఇదంతా ఒక ఎత్తు అయితే మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, నెక్స్ట్ నేనేం చెప్తున్నానంటే నాకు కొంచెం తక్కువ సమయం, ఎందుకంటే మీతో ఎక్కువ సోలంకి సార్ మీతో ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడాలి కాబట్టి నేను మీకు ఒక 2 minutes డైరెక్షన్ ఏమి ఇవ్వాలని ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ నేను కొంచెం సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ స్పెషలిస్ట్ని. లాస్ట్ 10-12 years నుంచి దేశం అంతా తిరిగి వందల వేల స్కూళ్ళల్లో లక్షల మంది పిల్లలకి హౌ సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ గో టుగెదర్ అని నేను చేస్తున్నాను, చాలా యాక్టివిటీ చేస్తున్నాను. కానీ మన కోవిడ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అందరికీ ప్రాబ్లం అయితే మాకు కొంచెం అది ఆపర్చునిటీ ఇచ్చిందనమాట. ఎట్లా అంటే 2018 October 2 గాంధీ జయంతి. మన గాంధీ తాత గారు మన స్కూల్లోనే ఉన్నారు కదా, మార్నింగ్ మేము అందరూ చాలా ఇంప్రెస్ అయిపోయాం. సో ఆ రోజు చేతన్ సింగ్ సోలంకి గారు ఒక స్టూడెంట్ సోలార్ స్టడీ ల్యాంప్ వర్క్ చేయించడానికి ఒక కంట్రీ వైడ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆర్గనైజ్ చేస్తే అది ఒక గిన్నిస్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డ్ అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ 2019 October 2 సెకండ్ గిన్నిస్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డు. ఇక థర్డ్ రికార్డు కూడా హ్యాక్ట్రిక్ అయిపోతుందని కన్ఫర్మ్డ్ అనుకున్నాం 2020లో. బట్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ అది October 2 అంటే మరి చాలా ఆఫ్టర్ ద కోవిడ్ కదా, మనకి మార్చిలో కోవిడ్ వచ్చేసింది, అన్ని లాక్డౌన్లు వచ్చి స్కూల్స్ అన్నీ ఆగిపోయినాయి, కంట్రీ అంతా ప్రపంచం అంతా హోల్డ్ ఆన్ అయిపోయింది కదా, మీరు అందరూ తెలుసు. సో దాన్ని ఆ టైంలో మేము ఆలోచిస్తున్నాం ఏం చేయాలని. సో వీ హ్యావ్ రివైజ్ ద టెక్నాలజీ, ఫైనల్లీ వీ మేడ్ ఇట్ పాసిబుల్ దట్ ఆన్లైన్ ఆల్సో వీ కెన్ మేక్ ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్. సో ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ని మాకు కొంచెం ఎక్స్ట్రా. ఇదంతా ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నానంటే ఫైనల్గా ఇదంతా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఎందుకు బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నానంటే మీ అందరు చెంగని యంగ్ మైండ్స్లో నాకు అర్థమైంది ఆ రోజున 2020 October 2 నాకు అర్థమైంది. మేము తెలుసో తెలియకో గ్రాండ్ పీపుల్ అయిపోయాం, గ్రాండ్ పేరెంట్స్ అయిపోయాం. అంటే మాకన్నా నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్స్కి ఛాన్స్ ఇచ్చేసాం. కానీ అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ మరి మేము ఎంతైతే హ్యాపీ స్కూలింగ్ హ్యాపీ లైఫ్ లీడ్ చేసామో అలాంటి లివింగబుల్ సస్టైనబుల్ మదర్ ఎర్త్ మీకు అందించి వెళ్తున్నామా అని భయం వేసింది నాకు ఆ వర్క్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు. అప్పటి నుంచి ఏ రోజైతే ప్రొఫెసర్ చేతన్ సోలంకితో నా పరిచయాలు పెరిగినాయో, ఆయన పనిచేస్తున్న తీరు చూశాను, అప్పటి నుంచి డిసైడ్ అయిపోయాను ఇంకా నేను ఇప్పుడు వరకు చేస్తున్న పనులన్నీ పక్కన పెడదాం, రాబోయే రోజుల్లో బతుకున్నంత కాలం నా పిల్లలకి దేశం నుంచి ప్రపంచం వరకు హౌ డు కీప్ ద మదర్ యానెట్ సస్టైన్ ఫర్ మెనీ మోర్ మిలియన్ ఇయర్స్, దానికి కావాల్సిన బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ సోల్జర్స్ ఎలా తయారు చేద్దాం అని సార్ ఎలా అయితే డిజైన్ చేసి ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తూ దేశం అంతా తిరుగుతున్నారో ఆయనకి నేను ఒక రైట్ హ్యాండ్గా ఉండలేనా అనుకుని నేను బయలుదేరాను. ఐఎమ్ ట్రయింగ్ టు డూ మై లెవెల్ బెస్ట్. అలాంటి అందులో భాగంగానే ఈరోజు ఈవెంట్ ఇక్కడ జరుగుతుంది. ఇట్లానే రెగ్యులర్గా రేపు ఎక్కడో ఎల్లుండి ఎక్కడో దేశం అంతా. ఈ రోజుకి 1134 days అయింది మన సోలంకి సార్ సోలార్ బస్లో కూర్చొని. ఓకే, అది చిన్న విషయం కాదు. డైరెక్టర్ మేడం చెప్తున్నారు మాటల్లో మీకు ఏమనంటే ఎన్ని వేల కిలోమీటర్లు దేశం అంతా తిరుగుతూ ఆయనకి పైలట్ అండ్ కో పైలట్ ప్రకాష్ జీ అండ్ గజానంద్ జీ ఎక్కడున్నా కనిపించట్లేదు, అది పైలట్ అండ్ కో పైలట్ వర్క్ చేస్తూ మళ్ళీ మేనేజర్స్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ టీము మొత్తం ఎంత బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఐఐటి బాంబేలోను బాంబే ఆఫీస్లోను ఎంత టీం పనిచేస్తుంటే కంట్రీ వైడ్ ఎన్ని ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ వెల్కమ్ చేస్తుంటే ఎన్ని వేల ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్తో పనిచేస్తుంటే మనకి ఈరోజు ఇలాంటి అవకాశం ఆయన మీకు అందిస్తున్న ఆ మెసేజ్ని ఎంత బాగా తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం మీ దగ్గర ఉందంటే, సరే నా వంతు కృషిగా టెక్నాలజీ మ్యాన్ గారిని మీకు ఒక మాట చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నా. ఆయన దగ్గర తీసుకున్న సబ్జెక్ట్ అండ్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్తో నేను మీకోసం ఒక వెబ్ లింక్ తయారు చేశాను. అది నేను ఆల్రెడీ డైరెక్టర్ గారు షేర్ చేశాను, scientificstudents.com/solarlab.html. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి మాత్రం నేను ఇన్నాళ్ళు వేరే దేశాల్లో మై ఇండియా మీన్స్ ఇంటలెక్చువల్ ఇండియా అని గర్వంగా చెప్పుకున్నా. కానీ సోలంకి సార్తో పరిచయం ఏర్పడిన తర్వాత నాకు అర్థమైంది, పక్కన పెట్టు అయ్యి ఇంటలెక్చువల్ ఇండియా, ఈ మీన్స్ ఎనర్జీ అండ్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ అని కొత్తగా రీడిఫైన్ చేసుకున్న వెన్ ఐఎమ్ at 55. అందుకని మీకు చెప్తున్నా, ఆల్రెడీ ఎనర్జీ గురించి మేడం మాట్లాడున్నారు మీకు. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ సింపుల్, ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ నాట్ సింపుల్, ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. సో దాన్ని మరి మనం ముందు తీసుకెళ్ళటం కోసం, భావితరాల కోసం ఆ రెన్యూవబుల్ ఎనర్జీస్ మీద పనిచేయటానికి సోలార్ మీద ఎందుకు ఎక్కువగా ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టాల్సి ఉంది అవన్నీ మన ప్రజెంటేషన్ ద్వారా సార్ చెప్తారు. కానీ నా వైపు నుంచి మీకు చెప్పింది ఒకటే, హౌ యు ఆల్ కెన్ బికమ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మ్యాసివ్ మూమెంట్. గాంధీ తాత ఆ రోజుల్లో మేము చూడలేదు, మాకన్నా ముందు తరంలో జరిగిపోయింది ఆ మూమెంట్ అంతా, ఓకే. కానీ ఈరోజు మనకు కావలసిన మోడర్న్ గాంధీ తాతగా నేను మన సోలంకి సార్ మన ముందు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆయన చేస్తున్న ఈ మ్యాసివ్ మూమెంట్లో మనం ఎంత భాగస్వామ్యం కాగలము, హౌ గుడ్ బి యూ బీ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ దిస్ నేషనల్ మూమెంట్, అది హౌ లక్కీ యు ఆర్ ఆల్ టు బి దేర్ ఇన్ టుడేస్ దిస్ సెషన్, ఈవినింగ్ సెషన్, ఓకే. ఇదంతా ఒకటైతే నెక్స్ట్ ఆ సోలార్ బస్ మీద ఉన్న ప్యానల్స్, ఎన్ని ప్యానల్స్ ఎంత పవర్ తయారు చేస్తున్నాయో ఈ మీటింగ్ అయ్యే లోపల తెలుసుకోగలిగితే ఒక ప్రైజు. నేను మీకోసం 2 సోలార్ కార్లు తెచ్చాను. ఈ 2 సోలార్ కార్లు అసెంబ్లీ చేయొచ్చు 10 మినిట్స్లో. అవి రేపు మార్నింగ్ సన్ రాగానే పరుగు పెడతాం మొదలు పెడతాయి. సో చిన్నప్పటి నుంచే మీలో ఇంట్రెస్ట్ తీసుకురావాలని ఐ హ్యావ్ స్పెషల్లీ ఆర్డర్ అండ్ ప్రొక్యూర్డ్ ఫర్ దెమ్. అండ్ దీస్ 2 prizes are going to be given to the 2 students. One student who will answer me how much energy the solar bus is receiving every day or every hour, okay. What is the surface area, and based on that area how much energy is getting loaded into the bus. Anyone who is going to answer, they will get 1 prize by Solanki sir. We say solar man and solar Gandhiji of India getting a prize from that great man. And another one, sun energy, the clean energy, the green energy, the pure energy ఎంత పడుతుంది, అది ఎట్లా ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీగా కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎనర్జీ, హౌ ద ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ గెటింగ్ కన్వర్టెడ్ ఇంటూ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫోటోవోల్టాయిక్ సెల్స్. ఇది కూడా ఎవరైనా ఆన్సర్ చేస్తే, ఆల్రెడీ మీద ఒక ఎక్వైర్డ్ నాలెడ్జ్తో థింక్ చేసి ఆన్సర్ చేస్తే ఎనదర్ ప్రైజ్ రిజర్వ్డ్ ఫర్ దెమ్. విత్ దిస్ I conclude there are 2 prizes ready for you all. So I must thank directors for giving me this great opportunity, and let us work together. Again I will come back again and again, we will work together so that we all can win together as a solar soldiers.
Thank you very much, sir. The much awaited moment has come. It's time for us now to invite the solar man himself to take over and share his insights. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm really happy to be here with all of you this morning, and you know how excited I am that before they called me, I came to the stage. So you can imagine how excited I am. So thanks to Padma madam, thanks to Subramaniam ji, Venkat Ramana ji, Srinivas ji, Mrs. Ari, Mrs. Aruna, all other faculty members, the parents, my team members from Energy Swaraj Yatra, and all lovely students. So it is my pleasure to be here with all of you this evening. And if I can get my clicker. Can you put the presentation on, please? So I'm going to talk and why I left my home and what is the way to solve the problem. But before I do that, let me ask all of you, how are you all? All fine? Yes, sir. What a disaster, you know. What a disaster that you people are fine. I thought science is growing, technology is growing, economy is growing, you're all going to be happy, you know. I thought when you see a professor from IIT Bombay, you're all going to be happy, but you're only fine. And that's not your problem, that's a problem of the whole world, by the way, you know. I keep traveling all over the country and the world, I keep asking, how are you, how are you, how are you? Everybody is fine and they remain fine for the whole life, you know. You go and ask taxi driver, brother, how are you? They'll say fine. Come to school and I'll ask all students and teachers, how are you? They are also fine. Go to big office, ask collector, hall secretary, how are you? They are also fine. So I think there is something wrong in this world, I lived in Mumbai for a long time. In Mumbai language we say, दुनिया में कुछ तो लोचा है भाई. What is that? कुछ तो लोचा, गड़बड़ है. There is something wrong. Gita says that behind every single act that we perform in our life, whether we want to eat an ice cream, or we want to look good, or we want to get good job, good money, good salary, good respect, there's only one purpose behind every single thing. That is to feel happy, isn't it? That's why I decided that wherever I will go and talk, I will only talk to happy people. So if you really want to listen to me, you have two choices. Either you are happy by choice or you are happy by force. Which one you want to choose? Happy by choice? Very nice. So with this note, let me ask once again, how are you all? How are you all? Good. What is the proof that you are happy now? Smile on the face, right? So till I am going to talk to you, please keep a smile on the face, even if it is a fake smile, Nakli bhi chalegi. But it is important to smile. You all agree with me? Awesome. By the way, I know a couple of tricks how to bring smile on somebody's face. You want to learn a trick? Very nice. Let's do that. I am going to teach you a small pranayam that brings a smile, And the name of the pranayam is Ashcharya Chakit Pranayam. What it is? You know that much Hindi? What is Ashcharya Chakit? You feel surprised, your eyes open, your mouth open. I am going to demonstrate you once how do we feel Ashcharya Chakit, and all of you can repeat after me. Ready? Look at me very carefully. How do I feel Ashcharya Chakit? It is something like this. Got it? Now it's all your turn. So get ready for the Ashcharya Chakit Pranayam. Hands by the side. By the way, everybody who wants to be happy will do this. Those who want to remain sad will not do this, Get ready for the pranayam, hands by the side. Sir, you don't want to be happy? Please do this, Yeah, very good. Alright, everyone. What you have to do? At the count of 3, feel Ashcharya Chakit, right? Feel surprise. Ready? 100% energy. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. This was the trial, by the way. This was the trial. We are going to do the real one now. Okay? Ready for the real one? We will do it 5 times now. So get ready for the pranayam, hands by the side, smile on the face. Okay? And with full energy, 5 times continuously. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. How are you all? You like the pranayam? I thought if you like the pranayam, you are going to clap for me. But we the modern people, we have got so much spoiled that even for clapping, speaker has to tell you, see? Well, with this happy note, let me start talking about a very, very serious matter of climate change and why it is change and how we are going to solve it. Before I go further, let me tell you that I have left my home for 11 years. I am a married person, I have 2 daughters. And I keep asking people, why would somebody leave home for 11 years? There can be 2 reasons once again. One, the person has gone crazy, dimag ka screw dila ho gaya. Or there can be a genuine reason. Looking at me, what do you think? Screw dila? No, thank you so much for being so kind to me. Which means what? There is a genuine reason I am doing. So for 11 years, this is my home, and most of you must have seen it. Everything that requires to live in a home is there. There's a bed, kitchen, washroom, training room, library, office, temple, garden, everything is inside. If you're not visited, you do that. Before I go further, let me use this quote from Plato. Plato is a Greek philosopher. He said, every king should be a philosopher. Or only philosopher should become a king. Why? Because power without philosophy is very dangerous. And we the modern people, we have become very powerful with our science and technology. We can go to the moon, we can send our mission to the Mars, we can fly big machines, we can make big buildings. So we are very powerful. The unfortunate thing is we have lost the touch of philosophy. We have no idea what we are doing and why we are doing and how much we are doing. For example, you all would agree with me that the GDP of the country should grow. Yes or no? Yes. Does anybody know how much should grow? 5%, 7%, 10%, 15%, 20%? Nobody knows. Even if I ask this question to Prime Minister Modi, Modi ji, tell me how much GDP should grow? What he will say? No idea. I mean, more the better. How long GDP should grow? Another 10 years is good for the country. Another 20 years, another 30 years, another 50 years. How many more years GDP should grow? Longer the better. That's the only thing we know. No idea how much to grow and how long to grow, right? If any, not knowing how much to grow and how long to grow is like a driving a vehicle without any brake, isn't it? And if anybody drives a vehicle without any brake, what happens? What happens? Accident. And it looks like modern humans, all of us, either we met an accident or very soon we are going to meet an accident. So with this as a background note, I am going to discuss with you 6 points. What is climate change? Why it has changed? Who has changed it? How are you going to correct it? When are you going to correct it? What an individual can do? If we can learn this 6 points, my yatra is successful. Are you all ready to learn 6 points? Okay, let's start with the point number 1. Climate change means what has changed? Well, our planet used to be so beautiful. It's very difficult to take such picture anymore, isn't it? A lot of people say different things about climate change. But climate change means only one thing. Change in weather system. Winter is not same anymore. Summer is not same anymore. Monsoon is not same anymore. Everything has changed. But it has changed and become worse. For example, the floodings, We used to have floods 1000 years ago also, 500 years ago also. But now what is happening? Look at the number of floods that are increasing. In the last 4 decades comparing 70 to 79 with respect to 2010-19, the number of floods have increased by 5 times. 500% increase in floods. And where are the floods taking place? All over the planet. There are floods in Chennai, floods in Sikkim, floods in China, floods in Japan, in Europe, and in Brazil, in Africa. In Saudi Arabia, the desert country is also getting flooded. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a picture when the camels are flooding? Imagine, there was a video that I saw recently. Camels are also flooding. That is what is climate change for all of us. Have you heard of forest fires? Amazon forest fire? Yes. Australian forest fire? California, Greece, Italy, Turkey, Russia, UK, recently Canada. All over the world, forest is getting burned. Millions and millions of acres of forest is getting burned. Billions of animals are getting burned alive. It is said that if all the animals and insects on this planet will disappear, human life will disappear in 3 months only. All these things is very important part of our ecosystem, but they are burning. Again, the number of forest fires increased by 5 times. Ice is melting, North Pole and South Pole. 40% of ice has disappeared from the North Pole. 40%. It is estimated that 10 to 12 years from now, when the summer will come on the North Pole, the amount of ice left will be 0. That's what is happening. And where the ice water is going after the melting? Where does the ice water go? In the ocean. And this is what is happening. This picture I have taken myself, When I went to Odisha, somebody said, sir, you must go to this village called Sadbhaya. This village used to be there. It is not there anymore. It's not there. Where the village is gone, look at the temple of the village under the sand. Look at the hand pump of the village under the sand. Disappeared. Submerged. Every single year in Bangladesh, 10 to 12 lakh people have to leave their homes because the sea water is getting into their farms and fields. And when are all these things are happening? These are happening right now in front of our eyes. Sea level is rising at the rate of 4.5 millimeter per year. That is what climate change is all about. Increase in intensity and frequency of the erratic weather system. Is the point clear? Let's go to the point number 2. Why climate has changed? What has happened in this world that the climate has changed in the last 50-100 years? And a lot of people say many things because of deforestation, because of pollution, because of this. There is only one reason why climate has changed. And that is use of energy. Energy is very important for us, because United Nations has the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. And in the center of each of these goals is energy. So whether it is poverty, hunger, health, literacy, education, industrialization, climate change, all energy. But look at 16 and 17. Even global peace and partnership has a connection with energy. What does it mean? Whether there will be peace in the world or not depends on what parameter? Energy. Can you believe it? The energy will decide whether there will be peace in the world or not. And that's what is happening. The war in Iraq was because of energy. The Russia-Ukraine war is also energy. So energy is very important. But we the modern people, we are playing a very wrong game of energy. And why I'm saying we are playing a wrong game of energy? Because of this. This is the story of modern humans. Last 225 years, we started using coal in 1850. And then 1900 we started using crude oil. In 1950 we started using gas. But look at how energy consumption has increased beyond that. Today in 2023 we are using coal, oil, gas, solar, wind, biomass, hydro, nuclear. All these energy sources we are using. But these three curves, the coal, oil and gas, this put together is 85%. Can you believe it? Solar, wind, biomass, hydro, nuclear is only 15% even today. 85% energy comes from coal, oil and gas. So what is the problem? Let it come. Is there any problem with coal, oil and gas? What is the problem? Pollution. Well, number one problem is you don't have it. India is an energy poor country. We have to import coal, we have to import oil, we have to import gas, we have to import nuclear fuel, we have to import hydroelectricity. 50% of the money that is earned by the country is spent in importing energy. And if any country runs short of foreign exchange, what happens to them? The same thing that happened to Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Can that happen to our country? Yes, any given time. So that's not a great idea, but I keep saying anyway, Modi ji will take care of the money part. But all these three, coal, oil and gas, they are all made out of one single atom. Which is that atom? Carbon. And whenever you burn carbon, what happens? Carbon plus oxygen equal to energy plus carbon dioxide. We all use energy. Do you all use energy? When you are using light, you are using energy. When you are cooking food, you are using energy. When you are wearing clothes, you are using energy. You know, when you are traveling, you are using energy. When you are sitting on the chair, you are using energy. It has taken energy to come to the shape. Do you all brush your teeth? Very nice. You brush every day. You know how dangerous is brushing your teeth? Very dangerous activity. You know how? Because to brush your teeth, you need toothpaste. And toothpaste needs to be manufactured. That requires energy. But you don't buy the toothpaste in the tube. You buy in the package, right? You need to manufacture beautiful cardboard and color. That requires energy. But you have no idea where your toothpaste is manufactured. 500 kilometers from your home or 1000 kilometers. So toothpaste has to be transported. That is energy. Then a shopkeeper keeps the toothpaste. Then he also runs lights and fan. That is also energy. Then you go and buy the toothpaste. How do you go buy the toothpaste? Walking? Not anymore, right? You also go and use vehicle. That is also energy. Is the toothpaste good enough to brush your teeth? No, you require toothbrush. Toothbrush has to be manufactured. It has to be packaged. It has to be transported. It has to be stored, and then you buy a toothbrush. That is also energy. Is the toothpaste and toothbrush good enough to brush your teeth? What else is required? Water. For water, what is required? Pipe. For pipe, what is required? Iron. Iron has to be mined. Then you require motor. Motor, you require magnet, copper wire. You require overhead tank, cement, concrete. This is all energy. Is that good enough to brush your teeth? No. You require wash basin. Wash basin is a ceramic, require more than 2000 degrees centigrade of melting temperature. That's a energy. Is that good enough to brush your teeth? No. In the morning, you want to see your beautiful face. Subah subah sundar sa thobda dekhne ke liye what do you need? Mirror. That's also energy. Quartz. Is that good enough to brush your teeth? No. Most likely your bathroom is closed from all sides. You require a bulb. Is that good enough to brush your teeth? No. You need electricity to run the bulb. You need electricity to run the motor. So many arrangements required for what? Brushing your teeth. Only 3 to 5 minutes activity. Look at how dangerous it is. You are getting point? It does not mean that you stop brushing teeth from tomorrow morning, okay? Please don't do that, Please brush your teeth, but till we figure out the alternative. But the whole point is to tell you that we consume a lot of energy, and every time when you consume energy, it results in carbon dioxide emission. Where do we throw carbon dioxide? For example, at home your mother is cooking kitchen with the LPG, carbon dioxide is being produced. Where do you throw carbon dioxide? In the atmosphere, right? Padma madam, we all throw carbon dioxide in the atmosphere considering it is our father's property. Is it your father's property, atmosphere? Hello? No. Grandfather's property? No. Nobody's property, but we treat as our father's property. This is the only place in the entire world, entire universe, which is called atmosphere, where human life is possible. Only this place. There is no other place. And what we modern human do? We throw all garbage inside it. All water polluted, soil polluted, air polluted, carbon dioxide we have been throwing, and look at what is happening. For thousands and thousands of years, the level of carbon dioxide was constant. But ever since humans got hold of what? Coal, oil and gas. Then look at where carbon dioxide level is going. Right now as I am talking to you, there is 50% extra carbon dioxide. We the modern humans, we have changed our atmosphere by 50%. Is this a small change or a big change? Huge change. We have become very dangerous, We have changed our atmosphere by 50%. The problem is carbon dioxide is called what? What is it called? Greenhouse gas. It is going to do something there. What it is going to do? It is going to behave like a greenhouse and trap energy. 50% extra greenhouse means 50% extra capacity of the planet to trap energy. The second problem is once it is emitted, it remains in the atmosphere for how many years? 300 years. What does it mean? The food that you are going to eat today, it will have impact on the environment for how many years? 300 years. When you are going to travel today, it is going to have impact on the environment for 300 years. My God. You do something today that affects the environment for 300 years on an average. That is the problem is, and that's why the temperature of the planet is rising and rising and rising. Look at it. And now it is rising very fast. There is climate acceleration. It is not growing linearly. It is actually accelerating. And that is what the problem is. Right now as I am talking to you, the planet's temperature is higher by 1.19 degrees centigrade, which in degree Fahrenheit is 2.1 degree Fahrenheit. Is that a small change in temperature or big change? Huge change. Our body temperature is how much? 97, 98 degree Fahrenheit. If body temperature increases by 2 degree, it becomes 100. And when body temperature is 100 degree, what we say? Body has got the fever. The planet's temperature is increased by 2 degree. Can we say planet has got the fever? Yes and no. My God, planet has got the fever. When you get a fever, what do? You take paracetamol, Dolo 650, everybody's favorite. Is there any paracetamol we can give to our planet to reduce the temperature? No. Plantation cannot be that paracetamol. And when you get paracetamol, when you get fever, you can't work properly, you can't study properly, you can't sleep properly. Similarly, planet also cannot behave properly. And that's why there are floods and droughts and heat waves and cold waves and forest fires and sea level rise. All kind of things are happening. So point number 2 is clear. Climate has changed because of only one reason. What is that reason? Energy, carbon dioxide emission. Is that point clear? Let's go to point number 3. Who has changed the climate? What do you think? Who has changed the climate? The humans, right? Every time when I ask who has changed the climate, all intelligent, educated, smart people, what they say? Humans have done it, I have not done it. Who has changed the climate? We have done it. They correct themselves, they say we have done it. That is also not correct. That's not correct. You know why? Because when we say we have done it, means nobody has done it. But who is enjoying the presentation right now? You are doing it, right? Who is sitting on the chair? You. Who is going to eat food today? Every individual. So what is the right answer? Who has caused the climate change? I have done it in 2 ways, directly and indirectly. Because I am consuming food, travel, electricity. Indirectly because I am wearing clothes, furniture, cement, concrete, road, all contribute to climate change. And therefore the right answer is, who has caused the climate change? I have done it. In India there is a Panchatantra story. One of the stories says, once upon a time there was a person sitting on a branch of a tree and cutting the same branch. You heard the story? What you call such people? Fool? Stupid? I feel surprised. One side the GDP of the country is increasing, other side the nature is degrading. And what is this nature? That nurtures our life, without which life is not possible, air, water and soil. You can live without mobile phone, you can live without computer, you can live without TV, but you cannot live without air, water and soil. And today nobody can guarantee whether they are pure. Can you guarantee that the air that you are breathing is pure? No. Can you drink a glass of water without filtering? Can you guarantee that the food that you are eating is without any chemical? You can't. So, we are polluting the same air that we are breathing, we are polluting the same water that we are drinking, and that is what's surprising. One side GDP is increasing, nature is degrading. The question that comes to my mind, is it a modernity or stupidity? What do you think, modernity or stupidity? It looks like a plain stupidity. And who is stupid? Very nice. Who is stupid? I. See, so many beautiful smiling stupids are sitting here. But that's the whole purpose of my yatra, is to bring the sense to people that it is height of stupidity that we the modern people, the way we are living, and we are polluting the same, Once upon a time Ganga was so pure that if you go and take a dip in Ganga, all your sins will be washed away. Sare paap dhul jate the. Now if you go and take a dip in Ganga, what happens? Do char paap ghar aa jate hain. That's what is happening, right? That's what we are doing. So it is I who is responsible, not the government, not the industry. Very important to note down. All right, let's go to point number 4. So we have learned that there is a climate change. It is because of carbon emission. I am that responsible person. Number 4 is when to correct it. What do you think, when should we correct the climate change? We should correct it now, because climate scientists tells us that we need to limit the global warming to 1.5 degree, ideally, or maximum 2 degree. What is going to happen at 1.5 degree? Will there be sudden disaster and everybody will die? No, answer is no. I keep saying, don't worry, you will not get such a easy death. Itni aasan maut nahi milne wali. How is nature going to kill us? In a movie, suppose there is a dangerous villain. How does a dangerous villain kills a hero? By torturing. In Hindi we say, tadpa tadpa ke. How is nature going to kill us? Oh, say it loudly, and when you go to home today and repeat it before going to the bed, so that you all remember. How is nature going to kill us? Tadpa tadpa ke. So once you cross 1.5 degrees centigrade, the change in climate will start to become irreversible. And by 2 degrees centigrade, it will be completely irreversible. And beyond which, if all the humans on this planet decides to do nothing and wear only one langot, then also you cannot solve the problem. Why? It's irreversible. It's a Lakshman Rekha. Once you cross it, you cannot come back. And therefore, whatever you want to do it right now. It is now or never. Would you like to do something to reduce the temperature to 1.5 degrees centigrade? Only 8-10 people want to do something? My God. Would you like to do something? Yes. Even if you want to do something, there is a problem. What is the problem? We don't have time. Because the amount of time available to us depends on 2 parameters. How much is my carbon budget of the planet? And the carbon budget is a very scientifically derived number, is only 280 billion. That was 221. In 2024, it's only about 210 billion ton. But look at this number. The rate of carbon emission. Can you all read this number? 14 lakh kilogram of carbon dioxide is emitted in how much time? Per second. And how much is 1 second? 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 14 lakh, 14 lakh, 14. This is the rate at which you are throwing carbon in the atmosphere. Can you believe it? By the time I start one sentence and finish one sentence, 100 lakh kilogram carbon dioxide gets emitted. That is how dangerous it is and how. So when I divide this number by second number, we get the time left. What is your guess? How much time is left? I made a climate clock to show you how much time is left. Let me show you how much. Can somebody come here and help me out? Any guess how much time is left before we touch global warming of 1.5 degrees centigrade? How many years? 500 years? 50 years? 30 years? Can you all read this number? How many years? Say it loudly. How many years? Number of days? Number of hours? Minutes? Seconds? 5, 4. That's only time left. Only 5 years. And if you really understand only 5 years are left, what you should be doing now? You should be really jumping. Oh my God, 5 years are left. Oh my God, 5 years are left. But look at how comfortably you are sitting still, nicely enjoying. Oh, 5 years. Nothing is happening to people. But it should, you should really be jumping because it is reality. It's all happening in front of our eyes. The time is running. When I divide this to number, the number I get is what is called climate clock. This is a climate clock. And I'm going to donate one climate clock to Rainbow School so that you are reminded every single day that time is ticking. All right, we have to take action right now. Number 5 point, how to do this? How to correct the climate change? I think very few people in the world understand. And why I'm saying very few people understand? Because last 30 years governments are doing something, national agreement, international agreement. Have you heard of Kyoto Protocol? 1997, Paris Agreement 2015, COP meeting every single year. 28 times COP meetings have happened, and who is attending COP meetings? Prime ministers, president, big people. But the fact is that climate change is not stopping, not slowing down, rather it is accelerating. And therefore, how to correct the climate change, nobody understands. And I'm trying to give you probably solution how to do it. Well, as per the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, we need to change in energy use pattern. We need to change energy use pattern. The energy is the problem. Like if somebody gets a cancer, can you treat cancer by taking paracetamol? No. How do you treat cancer? By removing the cause of the cancer. You have to remove the cancerous cells from the body. You need to do chemotherapy. Similarly, if there is a climate change, you cannot solve the problem by planting trees. You cannot solve the problem by making the world plastic free. A lot of people are confused. Every day when the World Environment Day, what people do? Plantation of trees and taking photos. And no, it's not going to work because the root cause is carbon. Unless you are going to stop emitting carbon, no amount of science, technology, plantation, plastic will actually help. So you need to change energy use pattern. But there are two qualifying conditions for change. What is the first condition? How the change should be? It has to be a drastic change. And when the change should be? Immediate. Now tell me, in your life, have you seen any person, any institution, any state, any industry, any government making drastic and immediate change? Have you seen anybody? No. We don't see anybody making drastic and immediate change, and therefore climate change is not stopping, not slowing down, it is accelerating. The problem is whether we can really solve this. Can we really do this? Because we, the modern humans, we are all stuck in our own contradiction of modern life. We all behave in a double standards. And this is a classical example. Everybody sitting here, do you all want growth? Yes. What do you require for growth? Energy. And where the 85% energy comes from? Coal, oil and gas. That results in what? Carbon emission. And that is going to cause what? Climate change. Now tell me, what do you want? Do you want growth or climate change solution? Climate change solution. I really feel surprised. Whenever I ask this question, what do you want, growth or climate change solution? All the people who are young, they always say climate change solution. All the people who sit in the front row, they don't say anything. And I was also thinking, why they don't say anything? Then I suddenly realized, all the people who are sitting in the front row, we know that in another 20, 30 years, they will go somewhere, right? They will not be here. They are not bothered. Those who are actually going to stay on the planet, they are the one who always say, we want climate change solution, we want climate change solution, isn't it? Children? So you have to really worry. Your parents are not going to do anything. So there is a contradiction. If you want growth, you need to increase in energy supply. If you want climate change solution, you need to decrease in energy supply. That's a contradiction. How do I do this? What do I do this? Can I do both? Nobody knows how to do both. And if anybody who can show me do both, increase without affecting climate change, that person should not get 1 or 2 Nobel Prize, that person should get 8 to 10 Nobel Prizes. Any one of you want a Nobel Prize? Anyone? Oh my God. Oh, okay, some people. Give big round of applause to all those people, right? All other who did not raise their hand, in your life, if you feel any line, अभी मुझे अच्छा काम करना है, मुझे Nobel Prize चाहिए, तो क्या करना है? Solve this. Ensure that there is a growth, without affecting climate change. All right. So this is my solution. We need drastic and immediate change in energy use pattern. What is a drastic solution? If we all switch to solar energy 100%, not 99%, will there be a drastic change? Switching to solar energy 100% drastic change? Well, 99% is not going to work. Why? Because carbon has a life of 300 years. Even if you emit small quantity over a period of 300 years, it will accumulate and become huge. Therefore, you need to switch to solar energy 100%. Then it is a drastic change. And if you all switch to solar energy within a month, will that become immediate change? Yes or no? Yes. So you understand, we need to switch to solar energy immediately. That is a drastic and immediate change. You understood? Really? So when you go home today, do one thing, write a love letter. Write a love letter for whom? No, Andhra Pradesh Electricity Board. What you should write? Dear Electricity Board, so far we have been taking electricity from you, but now my eyes are opened and I have decided to generate my own electricity. Therefore, we do not need your electricity connection. Kindly take your connection back. Yours truly, thank you so much. Will you all write such a letter? If not, if you don't write this month, write this year. If not this year, write within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. As soon as possible, please switch to solar energy. It is not a matter of choice anymore. If you want to survive on this planet, you have to switch to solar energy 100%. Are you all going to do that? Sometime? Very good. By the way, how many of you are using solar energy right now? How many people are using? 1, 2 only? That's it? Subramanya, this is the problem of the world. People don't understand. Asa, let me ask another question. How many of you are eating food every day? Some people have doubt that whether you eat food or not. Asa, let me ask another question. How many of you are breathing all the time? Breathing. Nobody should have doubt in this, right? Can you grow food without solar energy? No. Can you produce oxygen without solar energy? No. So if you are breathing and if you are eating food and if you are drinking water, means you are using solar energy. Yes or no? Yes. So with this, let me ask once again, how many of you are using solar energy? Everybody. What a revelation in your life, Finally you realize that you are using solar energy. Lot of people die without knowing solar energy. बहुत सारे लोग बेचारे बिना जाने मर जाते हैं, उनको पता भी नहीं चलता कि उनका जीवन का अस्तित्व सोलर एनर्जी पे डिपेंड करता है. That's what the modern people have become. Let us all switch to solar energy 100%. But be careful. Be very careful. You know why? Because we the modern people, we are super expert. We are expert in what? We are expert in solving one problem and creating. Oh, see, everybody knows this. Everyone knows that we are creating problems. And that's why soil is polluted, air is polluted, water is polluted, depression levels are increasing, stress levels are increasing, violence is increasing, climate change is happening, everything is going from bad to worse. Because we are not using technology properly. Even if you want to use solar energy, be very careful. And that's why I created 2 boundary conditions. When you live inside the home, you make a rule that you are going to cook in the kitchen, you are going to sleep in the bedroom, you are going to take bath in bathroom. You don't do otherwise. You don't cook in the bedroom and sleep in the kitchen. There are rules of living on this in the home. Do you think there should be rules of living on this planet? There should be rules, but nobody has made any rule. I have made 2 rules. And I guarantee everywhere, if you are not going to follow this rule and if you are going to violate any single rule, I guarantee you will not survive on this planet. You can write on the rainbow school somewhere. Professor Solanki said this, 30, 40 years it may be useful. What are the 2 rules? Number 1, in an ecosystem of finite resources, there has to be limited consumption, finite consumption. Science is growing, technology is growing, economy is growing. Is the planet size also growing? No. Is the amount of water on the planet growing? No. Is the minerals are growing? Nothing is growing. Only humans think we should grow. GDP should grow, production should grow, consumption should grow. Is this really possible to grow? Because everything we derive from the fixed planet. How can we grow? The planet itself is fixed body. We can't grow continuously. When I was telling this thing, somebody in one school asked me, sir, if you are saying we can't grow continuously, tell me how GDP is growing. Then I thought about it and I told, there is one way to grow. You know what is that way? Chori karke, stealing. Do you all do chori? Nobody is doing? Very nice, superb. Acha, let us explain what is chori, right? When I take 100 rupees from someone and give it back, then I said, I have borrowed money, right? But if you take 100 rupees and never give it back, what do you call such an act? Chori, stealing. We the modern people with all our science and technology, we have learned how to steal things. The classical example is tube well technology. With the tube well technology, we have learned how to take water from underground. Have you learned how to put water back? No. Is the water table in India going down? Yes. So can we say we are stealing water? पानी की चोरी कर रहे हैं? Very nice. और जो चोरी करता है उसको क्या कहते हैं? चोर. And who is चोर? Very nice. I never found people excited about so much about telling themselves chore. That's the reality. Your father and my father did not put water underground, but we have taken. Your father and my father did not plant trees in forest, but we have cut the forest. 30% of the forest has disappeared. Therefore, we the modern people were living stolen life. So first thing you have to do is limit your consumption, whatever you are doing. Second thing, localize your production. Why? Because whenever we centralize our production, big plants, big factory, big this, big that, it always results in unequal distribution. And unequal distribution will result in inequity. Inequity will result in lack of peace and eventually violence. That's why science is growing, technology is growing, economy is growing. Is the brotherhood also growing? Is the love between people growing? No. Is the violence growing? Yes. You know what? Wrong model. So limit and localize, these are the fundamental boundary condition. If you are not going to follow, you will not survive. So if you want to consume water, rule number 1 is limit your consumption. Means what? Don't waste water, don't take bath in the bathtub, or sometime don't take bath at all. You are going to save water. Localize your production means recharge locally. If you want to consume food, limit your consumption, don't waste food, localize your production, use locally produced food. If you want to wear clothes, limit your consumption means what? Don't fill your cupboards full of clothes, Padmaji, these days, people put so many clothes in the cupboard, many pairs of clothes keep waiting for the whole year when my honor is going to wear me. Does that happen to all of you? Yes. Please don't do this. You know why? Because you may have money, you have capacity to buy, but nature does not have capacity to supply. In nature, everything is limited. So first limit your consumption and localize. One of the most dangerous thing that we consume is energy. First limit your consumption and localize your production. You understand the basic idea? That brings me to the last point. What an individual can do. Who has caused the climate change? I. Who is going to solve it? I am going to solve it. How? By understanding and using energy properly, because the whole world is play of energy. Lot of people are trying to tweak the solution. That is not going to work. We need to rethink and redesign. Rethink and redesign the way you generate and consume energy, otherwise it's not going to work. And that's why I created a simple 3-step approach. We need to switch to solar energy, there is no choice. But you have to do carefully by following 2 rules, and that is why this approach is called AMG, 3-step, AMG. Avoid, minimize and generate. Let us understand what is this. A is avoid by 1/3. Avoid the use of energy as much as possible, even if it is solar energy. Rule number 1 of using solar energy is do not use solar energy. I'm a professor of solar energy, brand ambassador of solar energy. People call me solar man of India. My job is to promote solar energy. But what I'm saying? Don't use solar energy. Because every manufacturing technology is a side effect. To make use of solar energy, you need silicon, you need solar cell, you need to make module. For module, you require glass, and then you require aluminum frame. To erect the module, you require iron structure. To take the power out, you require copper cable. To process the power, you require inverter. All this requires material, mining, chemical, energy. And at the end of life, you have to recycle again chemical, again energy. And therefore, best thing to do what? What is the best thing to do in life? Do nothing. सबसे बढ़िया काम लाइफ में क्या करना चाहिए? कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए. Because by doing something, we are creating so much of problem for the world. You are getting me? What is the best thing to do? Do nothing. It does not mean stop studying from tomorrow, okay? Otherwise you say, Professor Solanki said do nothing, I'm not going to go to the class. Don't do that. You have to perform your karma. But be careful, be sensitive. avoid what is avoidable. At my home, when I started looking what is avoidable, the first thing that I saw is the refrigerator is avoidable. What do you think? We can live without refrigerator? How many of you know Lord Krishna? Very nice. You have seen a lot of posters of Lord Krishna? In any poster in the background, have you seen photo of refrigerator? Oh, Krishna was living without refrigerator. Centuries and centuries people lived without refrigerator. You need refrigerator now. You know what? You got spoiled in the last 30 years. You need refrigerator, you need geyser, you need this, that. No. We can live without it. So at my home there is no refrigerator, there is no geyser, there is no air conditioner, and I have stopped ironing my clothes. It's not that I cannot afford, I am a professor of IIT Bombay, but nature cannot afford. And therefore best thing is avoid. You are getting my point? How many of you are going to stop using refrigerator from tomorrow? Oh, you don't have refrigerator. Wonderful, wonderful. Anybody who raised the hand, go to OLX and sell your refrigerator, okay? Before it becomes too late. By the way, if you're, and you know what? I'm not using all this thing at home, and the good thing is I have not become a sad person. Do I look like a sad person? Even more important, I have been married last 20 years. My wife has not given me divorce yet, If you are going to do the same thing, nobody is going to leave you, Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. But in case if you continue to use, I'll tell you what happens. When you use refrigerator for 1 day, go and read, it is written on the refrigerator, the units consumed per year. Under standard test condition, in real life the units consumed are much more. So 1 day use of refrigerator is equal to 1 unit of electricity consumption. 1 good bath with the hot water is 1 unit of electricity consumption. 1 hour of AC is 1 unit of electricity consumption, and in India 74% electricity comes from coal, and 1 unit of electricity consumption is equal to approximately 1 kilogram of carbon emission. 1 kilogram carbon once emitted remains in the atmosphere for how many years? 300 years. My God. So your comfort of 1 day is discomfort for how many years? 300 years. तुम्हारा एक दिन का सुख है, किसी के लिए 300 साल का दुख होने वाला है. Who is going to bear this? Who is going to bear this? Not I. I to die, na? I is going to die, not going to stay 300 years. Future generation. Whose future generation? Yours, not neighbors. तुम्हारा बच्चा, पड़ोसी का नहीं. Your own child is going to suffer it for 300 years. 10 generations. Can you imagine? What a disaster. You do something today and 10 generations are going to suffer. What do you call such an act? You do today and 10 generations are going to suffer because of you. What do you call such an act? What do you call such an act? Sin? क्या कहेंगे? पाप. ये किसी पाप से कम नहीं, right? And somebody who does पाप, what do you call such a person? Papi. And who is papi? Wow, tali. My God. I never seen people clapping on realizing that they are papi, right? Anyway, so the best thing in life is avoid. Because in English we say prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Using solar energy is cure. Not using any energy is prevention. So let us avoid. Let us not do something. If you cannot avoid, next best thing is minimize it. Use energy efficiently. There are efficient lights like LED as compared to CFL. It cuts down on your energy needs by half. Your carbon emission reduces by half. There are very efficient fans like BLDC fan. The normal fan is induction motor fan. It is 60-70 watt power. BLDC fan takes only 20-30 watt of power. It reduces carbon energy by half. Your carbon emission will be reduced by half. Minimize it, right? Refrigerator should be avoided. If you cannot avoid it, minimize it. How do I minimize the use of refrigerator? Don't buy 2 doors and 3 doors and 4 doors refrigerator. No? These days people buy such a big refrigerator, they want to make a room inside the refrigerator. And I keep asking people, what do you do with such a big refrigerator? You know what they say? We keep pickle inside. I feel दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा पाप है फ्रिज में पिकल रख के खाना, right? उससे बड़ा पाप नहीं हो सकता. Please don't do this. You need refrigerator for the most critical needs. Buy a small refrigerator for your milk and maybe vegetable requirement. Is the point clear? AC should not be used. Avoid, but if you cannot avoid, minimize it. How do I minimize the use of AC? How? Don't make big bedrooms. You know what AC is doing? AC is cooling your rooftop, AC is cooling your walls, AC is cooling your floor, AC is cooling your furniture, and at the end of it, AC is cooling your small body of 6 feet by 2 feet. What a battamiz use of AC, right? For the God's sake, don't do it. You want to cool your small body. Roof is not asking it to cool, right? Wall is not saying cool me. So don't do that. Minimize, make a... Thank you. All right. So let us do that. Let us realize, a lot of parents are sitting here, but those parents who are not sitting here, children, when you go home, what are you going to ask them? No. Ask them, are you stupid? Are you chore? Are you papi? And by asking, don't tell them my name, okay? If you want to tell them my name, please explain them why you are asking this question. So minimize the use of energy. If you cannot minimize, the last step is generate only 1/3. Only 1/3 energy should be generated, not a lot. And where? Locally. Don't put a power plant 500 kilometers away and then transmit and distribute. No, generate wherever you are. Then you are sustainable. I hope you remember all 3 steps. Will you all remember? Yes. Let's all repeat. A means avoid. M means minimize. And G means generate. How much? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And if you are not going to follow AMG, you will have to say OMG, oh my God. Solar is expensive. Oh my God, rooftop space is not there. Policy is not there. Subsidy is not there. All kind of excuses will come. So better follow AMG, and when you follow AMG, you in real sense adopt to energy Swaraj or energy independence or energy buy local for local. And then in true sense, Prime Minister Modi also said, if India has to become Atmanirbhar, it has to become Atmanirbhar in energy. And it is to become Atmanirbhar in energy, every individual has to become Atmanirbhar in energy, every institution has to become Atmanirbhar in energy, then only we can solve the problem. I have created a school called Education Park in Madhya Pradesh, Khargone district. It is a 14-acre campus built in 2010. Since 2010 till today, we have not taken electricity connection. It runs 100% on solar energy. So let's all adopt to energy Swaraj. And that's why in 2019, I have presented this idea in a global competition by IEEE. There were 459 teams all over the world. We were the winner at the national level and also at the Asia level. And in the final round, there were 3 teams from each continent. Total 21 teams, we have beaten all the teams and we were the global winner. I got a prize money of 100,000 US dollar, which is 80 lakh rupees. I have donated that money and created this foundation to establish Energy Swaraj everywhere in the world. I would also like to tell that it is impossible for the governments to solve the problem. Impossible. I have traveled all across the world. I worked very closely with the state government and central government. Governments alone cannot solve the problem. You know why? Because they are elected for short time, 4 years and 5 years. They cannot think in a 50 years term. So government cannot solve the problem. Who will solve the problem? Why? Because every individual, when every individual become part of the solution, it will become a public movement. When you and I start taking pride in saying that I am wearing a non-iron clothes, that should be the matter of pride. If anybody wears iron clothes, he or she is a less good a person. You know why? Because of that ironing, there is a carbon emission which you and I am going to affect. Right? You should take pride in saying that I do not have refrigerator at home. When you and I start taking pride in saying that I do not have electricity connection at home, I am not responsible for carbon emission, then it will become public movement. Consuming less energy should be becoming fashion of the modern life. Anybody who consumes less energy is a better person. You are getting my point? That's why at my home there is no refrigerator, there is no geyser, there is no air conditioner. I stopped ironing my clothes. But to make it as a fashion, we decided one more thing. You know what? I have 2 daughters. And we have decided that whenever my daughters will get married, in their marriage function, We are going to invite only those guests who come without ironing their clothes. Anybody who comes with iron clothes will say Namaste Kalana. Good idea? Lot of you are sitting here are also unmarried people. Will you all do that in your birthday function, your marriage function? Let me see the raise of hand. How many of you organize a function when the only guest who come with unironed clothes will come? How many of you will do that? Very few. Well, let me tell you once again, those who are 50 years old, 60 years old are not going to do anything. Whatever you want to do, you have to do yourself, young guys. So let me ask again, how many of you are going to organize such a function? Very nice, superb. Give them a big round of applause. So let's create a public movement, and for that we need to take some action. Are you all ready to take some action? Yes, sir. Okay, there are 4 actions, and I'm very thankful to Rainbow International School for agreeing to take that action and becoming part of the action for the climate correction. There are 4 actions. Number 1 is become energy literate. You see what is written on my shirt? Can you read? I am energy literate, are you? It is the illiteracy of energy that has created a problem. Let us all become energy literate and announce to the world that you are energy literate. And on the January 15 to 28 January, we are celebrating a National Energy Literacy Week. I really request Rainbow School to take the leadership, not only your own children during that week, but every child in the Nellore should become energy literate. Every parent should become energy literate during that week. Will you all do that? Yes. Okay. Then we have another program called Wrinkle Achhe Wah. Wrinkle Achhe means wrinkles are good. So every Monday, come without ironing your clothes, because one pair of ironing takes 200 grams of carbon emission. So on Monday, if anybody comes with the iron clothes, will not be allowed to enter in the school. Good idea? Wow, children are very excited. Oh, whole week. Awesome. Zero carbon emission. Whole week you can do that. Yes. As long as Padma madam allows you, you can do the whole week. Wrinkle achhe, wrinkles are good. Let's do that. Action number 3, save electricity, because prevention is better than cure. Conservation is better than generation. Before you think of solar energy, let us reduce energy consumption. And who should reduce energy consumption? Everybody. The school should reduce it, and everybody at home should also reduce it. Can we create a competition among the children? Who is the one who is going to reduce most electricity bill? And those who reduce highest, Subramanian will give them prize from Energy Swaraj Foundation. Can we all create a competition here in the school? Yes. All of you will do reduce at home? Yes. Wonderful. And the last thing is, ek kamera solar ka. Convert one of your room into solar. Convert your study room into solar. But the important thing is, do it yourself. Don't hire a technician, don't hire an electrician. You learn how to do it. We have training online available for free, and then convert your classrooms, your rooms in the study room into solar. Start your journey of solar from today. Within few months, you should all have at least one room switching to solar. Will all do that? Yes, sir. Wonderful. So these are the 4 actions, and at the end I would like to invite you to join this movement. Whenever you do something, use the hashtag Energy Swaraj movement. Let us all join and create a public movement so that we can make and solve the problem. Also, we don't take any funds from the government. Everybody can become part and start action and contribution, both the things, And I keep asking, you can contribute anything other than 0 rupees. Children, when you grow big and start earning, you can also do that. So please help this and become part of this journey. If you want to get connected with me, you can use the social media handles and get connected with me or with the Energy Swaraj Foundation. And it's not going forward. Oh, the screen likes me so much it is not moving. Can you move from there? if it is 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree, 6 degree. There's a big question mark whether human life will survive or not. 80 years from now, 100 years from now, 150 years from now. And those who are going to survive, how many numbers? In what shape and size? And that's why we have to take drastic and immediate action right now. We are running late. And if you are not going to take action, we say that once upon a time, there were dinosaurs on this planet. And they are not there anymore. They disappeared. They got extinct from the planet. If we continue to behave in the same manner, some 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years later, a new species will appear on the planet, and what they will say? They will say, once upon a time there were humans on the planet. Oh my God, in this beautiful evening, what I am talking. But our science, our data, our experience suggests that we are heading into that direction. So before it becomes too late, let us start taking drastic and immediate action so that we can make a better and beautiful world for ourselves and our future generation. With this, Nat, thank you so much for all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before we take question answer, there is a small prayer that we should do. Why this prayer? Because we have learned many things during this lecture. And it is important that we get absorb all this knowledge, right? So let us close our eyes and take a long deep breath in and breathe out. It's a short 3 minutes prayer. Can you play the prayer, please?
सबका मंगल होए रे, जिस गुरुदेव ने धर्म दिया है, उनका मंगल होए रे, जिस जननी ने जन्म दिया है, उसका मंगल होए रे, पाला पोसा और बढ़ाया, उस पिता का मंगल होए रे, इस जगत के सब दुखियारे प्राणी का मंगल होए रे, जल में स्थल में और गगन में सबका मंगल होए रे, अंतर मन की गाँठें टूटे, अंतर निर्मल होए रे, राग द्वेष और मोह मिट जाए, शील समाधि होए रे, शुद्ध धर्म धरती पर जागे, पाप पराजित होए रे, इस धरती के तरतिन में कण कण में धर्म समोए रे, शुद्ध धर्म जन जन में जागे, घर घर शांति समोए रे, तेरा मंगल मेरा मंगल, सबका मंगल होए रे.
Keeping your eyes closed, take another long deep breath in and gradually and slowly breathe out. And with a smile, you can open your eyes. All right. We can take some questions if there are any
Yes, sir.
questions.
Getting to know about you and your journey truly feels remarkable, sir. We are really grateful to you for enlightening us with your great awareness on how to limit our consumption and how to localize our protection. We are ashamed of what we have been doing till now. And we are sure that instead of OMG, we will go for the principle AMG. Avoid, minimize, and generate. Sir needs a big round of applause. But let's all stand and give a bow for his wonderful talk, thought of to think
you.
about future generation.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Dear sir, our curious minds are keen to get their numerous doubts clarified. The floor is now open for questions.
And see that, yeah. Any question?
Sir,
Yeah.
namaste, sir.
Namaste. How are you?
Fine, sir.
I don't talk to fine people.
Happy, sir.
Ah, very nice.
So, for 1 meters of space in the atmosphere, 1.4 kilowatt per meter square of energy is absorbed by the atmosphere. But while the time it reaches the earth, the 0.4 kilowatt per meter square of energy is getting reduced. Is there any way of harnessing this power too, sir?
Which means that the 1 kilowatt that is coming is not enough for you, right?
Yes, sir. Is there any way of even harnessing the reduced power, the 0.4?
No, I feel that you don't need to worry about the 0.4 that is getting absorbed or reflected by the atmosphere, because atmosphere will be there. There will be atoms, molecules will be there. It will always happen. Let's not worry about that 0.4 kilowatt that is not coming. Let us worry about 1 kilowatt that is coming on the surface. If you absorb that much, you know that 1 hour of energy falling on the earth's surface is good enough to fulfill all energy requirement of the world for entire year. So
Yes,
forget
sir.
about that 0.4 that is not coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Here.
Namaste sir, my name is Manasvi. I am from grade 9. So
Hi,
I
Manasvi.
have a question for you sir.
I thought you were going to sing a song.
No, sir. Actually I have a question for you sir. That what started your interest in using renewable energy?
Well, I mean, I come from a small village, and when I was studying, I wanted to do something for my village. So I was actually studying microelectronics, but one technology that was useful for village and everybody is a solar energy. So that is how I shifted from microelectronics to solar energy, with the hope that with solar energy technology and learning technology, I would be able to help my people.
Yes sir. Thank you sir.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Namaste, sir. This is Tanmay. Sir, my question is, how much amount of energy is required to charge a household solar circuit?
How much energy required to charge solar circuit depending on how spoiled the household is, If the household is spoiled and they are using AC in this room, that room, bathroom, kitchen, then lot of energy will require. If household is very gentle, sensitive, then only little energy is required. Which household you are talking about, spoiled or non-spoiled one?
Sir, a general one, maybe a common man's house.
Well, and normally 1 or 2 kilowatt power is more than sufficient, because 2 kilowatt power can generate up to 250 units per month. And if you are following AMG principle, 250 unit is much more than what you require. My electricity bill at IIT Bombay used to come only 60 to 80 units per month. So if you are sensible, you don't need 1 kilowatt is good enough, maximum 2 kilowatt.
Thank you, sir.
You know, it should not happen like, let me give an example. When I was going to Gujarat, I was very happy to see a lot of solar panels, very happy that Gujarat is a very developing state and all. And after some time I became sad. You know why? Because once after my lecture, somebody came to me and said, sir, thank you very much, you opened my eyes. I said, what happened? He said, sir, my sister called me. And sister told that, brother, I have installed 6 kilowatt solar system at home, 6 kilowatt. And earlier there was one AC in the room, now all 3 rooms have AC. And I still have electricity, what do I do? So that's where people go wrong. So solar energy also has side effects. So let's be sensitive about what we are doing, you know.
Namaste, sir. I am
Namaste.
Namrata of grade 9, and my question is, solar panels safe to use in terms of radiation domestically?
Solar panel?
Safe to use in terms of radiation domestically.
I'm not, sorry, didn't get it.
Solar panels are safe to use in terms of
Safe, yes, very safe. Not a problem. You know, there is a silicon in solar panel, and you know, some amount of silicon we are also eating through the food and other. Not a problem. And it is very well sealed and all glass and everything, so that's not a problem.
Thank you, sir.
Sir?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I'm happy, sir.
Nice.
How are you, sir?
I am very happy.
Yes, sir.
To know that you are happy.
Thank you, sir. Sir, why did you only choose solar energy?
Well, I did not, I mean, see, everything is solar energy only, you know. The why wind blows because of solar energy, temperature difference. Why plant grows because of solar energy, photosynthesis. You know, why there is a rains because of solar energy, water evaporates. So all this biomass, wind, hydro, they're all, you know, manifestation of solar energy. But we can call it renewable energy if you are more comfortable.
You chose it because it's abundant in nature.
Yeah, and it is also in my name, Solanki, right?
Yes, sir.
S-O-L-A-N. If you cut the N, it becomes R, you know. So it is in then my name, you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir?
Okay.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
It's very happy to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, Bali is my observing no electricity day. Naipi is the city is observing no electricity day.
Okay.
And that is like energy.
Right.
No consumption of energy. They are completely in meditation and they won't even consume food or anything. They won't go out. Why can't we take such a initiation?
Great idea. Let's do it. Any of you people have decided that throughout the week you are not going to wear iron clothes?
Yeah, obviously. As we are moving forward with many intellectual ideas and modernic ideas.
Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. If you think it's a great idea, let's start doing it, right?
Changes obviously happens, but when the remarkable persons can take it up.
And you are a remarkable person.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah. Every person is remarkable. We don't realize that, you know. Any question?
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Sir, here, to your right hand side. I'm
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Okay. So, when I sum up whatever you said and whatever the lecture was given by you, I understood that we have designed our life around economic growth.
Right.
Whereas to live, we need happiness, health, good company, nature, air, water, and philosophy. So it is balanced. It is just like a chair. To extremes, it cannot be balanced, even if one of the leg is shorter or longer. These are your words only.
Absolutely.
I remember. Okay?
Yes, yes.
And one more thing, that when right in the beginning you said that Gita has mentioned that happiness is everything. Can you just tell me that really it happens that whenever you are happy, the world is happy?
Absolutely, because it's whatever you see the world, you know, they in Art of Living we say, Jaisi drashti, vaisi srashti, you know. The way we look, the world becomes like that. You feel if you are sad, the world will appear to be sad. When you are happy, the world appears to be happy. So it is very important, because whatever we do, that same thing gets replicated around us. And it's very important to be happy. And I said about chair, 4 legs, right? If one leg will grow and other 3 legs are not going to grow, the chair will get imbalanced. Unfortunately, the modern humans, what we are doing is only growing economic leg. But we are not becoming more moral, we are not becoming more spiritual, we are not becoming more ethical. And only when you grow all 4 legs, your life becomes really joyful and purposeful and happy, right? Otherwise, people with the big cars and BMWs, we don't see them happy and smiling and joyful, right? So because the balance is not there. It's very important, and unfortunately in our academic system, we have forgotten to teach our student that the life is not about economic growth. Life is all about the wholesome growth. And wholesome growth requires growth in every single dimension. Then only we can be happy. Then you don't need much to be happy, isn't it? And last 3.5 years I am on unpaid leave and I am still happy, isn't it? So you don't have to really worry, because whatever is required to run your life, you need very little. And when you need very little, you are there to give everybody else. You are there to contribute to the world. When you start looking outward, then you start growing. Thank you.
Dear parents, any questions from your side? Because more than our children, you are more curious. We request the parents. Yes, sir. Thank you for the response.
Thanks, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Thank you. My question is like, so how is this evolving in the future? Like the technology, how are the solar panels evolving?
Well, solar panels are already very, very advanced technology, because I've been working in this, I've done PhD. The ideal efficiency of a solar cell is about 30%. Today already we see a solar module manufactured at 24%, 25%, very close to the ideal. So very advanced technology. On the other hand, coal power plant, which has ideal efficiency of 60%, 65%, today we see the coal power plant running only at 35, despite 100 years of history. So solar technology is very, very advanced technology and very evolved technology.
And how is it in the future? Like where are you seeing in the future?
Well, in the future, as I said, we are already very close to the what best can be done, and now we need to figure out how best storage can be done, how best processing can be done, and all those other things. So as far as solar technology is concerned, it's very, very advanced. A lot of energy, and people are now focusing on a battery technology all over the world to figure out the way to store energy in the form of hydrogen, in the form of hydroelectricity, in the form of batteries, in the form of flywheels. This is the next big question to the humanity. How can I store energy in a very, very cost effective manner?
Whatever is generated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Maybe?
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hi.
This is Bhupeshwar. I'm social entrepreneur. I'm working with farmers and women. We have implemented solar technologies like solar cold storage, solar dryer, and solar transport vehicles. For our kids or for future, what's some thoughts and for enterprising kind of it and solar technologies for stopping the climate change and all?
I mean, as I said, we forget that our existence is solar energy. Everything that we do is solar driven. So let's not make it as a big deal to use solar energy. We have made it using solar energy something like big. Wherever I go, first thing people say, sir, we are using so much solar, that much solar. That should not be the big deal, right? It's a more normal thing. So can we not teach our student that small thing can run on solar, our room can run on solar, our house can run on solar. So make sure that people start journey towards solar energy. Let's get this misconception solar is expensive. That's not right thing. Our gold is 60,000 rupees for 10 gram. That's very expensive. Our cars are 5 lakh and 10 lakh rupees, very expensive. Solar is only couple of lakhs, 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. But the big misconception among people is solar is expensive. That is not correct. Particularly the kind of problems we are all in, solar is extremely cheap solution for saving our life on the planet. Otherwise, we are going to pay much more because of the disastrous activities that are going to happen. So let's make it as a part of life, and let's not make it as a big deal to run solar energy.
Okay. The government, central government and state governments are giving 70% subsidy for FPOs and SEG groups for promoting solar technologies and all. And how can we see
My suggestion to all governments always is please stop giving any subsidy, because governments don't have a lot of money, and I know it because I work very closely. All politicians, they always tell we give this, that, and there's small chunk available, and there's so many people to take the subsidy. And I believe that the moment government will stop giving subsidy, the adoption of solar will increase 3-4 times. The small subsidy is a problem. So forget about government, forget about this and that. Can we become independent? So that you don't need government, you don't need policy, you don't need subsidy, then we can adopt solar energy much faster way. The current rate of adoption is not enough. Our clock is running, right? 5 years. It has taken us 40 years to make 2-3% solar adoption. Do we have another 40 years to go another 2-3%? No. We have to go to 100% in very short time. So forget about policies and subsidies and all this thing. You do, because it is about your life, and we have to do it right now. All right?
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you,
hello.
sir.
Hello, sir. I'm Darshana from grade 11.
Hi, Darshana.
And I don't have kind of a question, but it's like a suggestion. I mean, not only solar, if we get back all those traditional practices like for cooling down the house, they used to use cow dung just to keep the house cool. All those traditional practices can also bring back the climate we want.
Absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right, Darshana, that our ancestors, our grandparents were very smart, and we feel that we are smart people, right? So if we go back to what they used to do, I think that will, do a great deal of good to the country and to the world. So I completely agree with you. All right?
Hello, sir.
If there is maybe one last question. Yeah, where are you?
Hello, sir. I'm Jessica from grade 9. So,
Hi.
how are solar panels bad for the environment?
How are solar panel bad for the environment?
Yes, sir.
Is that a question? Well, because we need to produce, we need to mine, we need to use chemicals to retrieve the material, we need to recycle. That's why it is bad. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
One last question maybe from here. Yeah.
This is Siddharaju. This is not a question. This is also a solution in continuation with that little girl.
Okay.
I think Lal Bahadur Shastri had started when there was an hunger in the country, fasting for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that solved the problem. So as you are told that it's not your solar thing, it is your energy.
Yes.
Energy is the system. So when we go with fasting for a day, you can think that how much energy will be consuming, how much energy will
How much food is saved,
much
and
it's
food is
saved,
energy.
energy.
Yeah.
And we'll give the importance of the food that will.
And your stomach
that
will be happy that you are
happy.
not putting junk food inside.
And by seeing this, the children will learn the more.
Definitely. I mean, so I have given a broad, framework of how do we think limit and localize. Now everybody, depending on your geography, your region, your climate, figure out your own solution. So I have given a broad condition, limit and localize. You can limit and localize in whatever way, but this is also a good idea. It can be done. I think there are many questions, but I think we have to stop some point of time, right?
Thank you very much, sir, for your
but I have
bang-on
one
responses.
But I have one last question to all of you. May I ask? Yes, sir. How are you all?
Happy.
How are you all? Happy. How long you want to be happy? Forever? Please do that. We are here, we are born to be happy and joyful and peaceful and loving. We do everything else other than being happy. But from today onwards, if somebody asks you, how are you, what are you going to reply? Happy. Even if mother has just slapped you and sent you to the school, right? Still, if somebody asks, what are you going to, how are you? Happy, right? So even if you have to lie a little bit, and if you're not happy from inside, still say that you're happy, because only healthy and happy mind can think good and do good. So let us all take a pledge today that let us not allow the world to change your smile, but with your smile, let us all change the world, make it better and beautiful place. With this note, thank you very much once again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks to Subramanyam ji, thanks to Padma ji, thanks to the entire fraternity, thanks to all teachers. They have been all taking so good care from yesterday, giving us a very, very nice tasty food. Thanks a lot everyone. Thanks for all the arrangement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please. I would now like to welcome the most organized, passionate, and beloved person, Mrs. Annie Gopakumar, Senior Secondary Principal of Rainbow School, to take over the pledge to participate in the public movement and action for climate correction.
Good evening, everybody present here. We at Rainbow have always been practicing ecologically sound procedures and practices over the years. We always remain alacritous to make good and meaningful changes in its methods. We now declare that Rainbow shall join hands with the Energy Swaraj and adopt the procedures and methods that they suggested. Today, we take a pledge to participate in the public movement Action for Climate Correction. And we pledge that 60% of Rainbow community will be made energy literate by March 30th. And every Monday will be observed as Climate Correction Day, where each one of us will be coming in non-ironed clothes, which can save hundreds of kilograms of carbon dioxide emission. We also pledge to take Reduce Electricity Challenge by reducing 15% of electricity consumption by April 19th. And at least 2 rooms will be converted to solar rooms that are completely dependent on solar energy by February 28th. Now I request our correspondent, Mr. Subramaniam sir, to hand over the Rainbow Action Plan for Climate Correction to Professor Solanki, along with rupees 50,000 as the school's token for this great movement.
I request President of Vishwas Education Society, Mr. Venkataramanaya sir, also to join with sir. Please, sir. We welcome sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for taking part. Wait, come to middle. Okay. Here.
Yeah, this is good.
Thank you.
I request Director Administration of Rainbow School, Mr. Subramaniam, and President of Vishwas Education Society, Mr. Venkataramanaya Garu, to honor the solar man, Professor Solanki. Let us all stand and give our token of respect.
This has been our culture always. Whenever we go for felicitation, we need to stand up and show our respect. So thank you so much.
I request all our team members to come over to the dais.
Yes.
Please join us, Swaraj team also.
True. The team has been doing a wonderful job supporting sir in all his endeavors, and I think the team needs a bigger round of applause. The whole team, the Energy Swaraj Foundation team members, I would request all of you to be on the dais. Not only these members, there are members who have been in touch with us on phone. So big thanks to Mrs. Reena, who has been in touch with us.
Dear sir, please accept our token of respect.
This is a great honor for us, sir. Your presence here in this institution means a lot for all of us, for our students and the faculty members. You've been a great inspiration. Every word that you spoke have left us ashamed of what have we been doing all these days. So be assured, all of us will be solar ambassadors over here, carrying this message home to their parents and friends and relatives.
You can open it.
Okay.
This is our surprise for you, sir. This is made by our art teacher, Mr. Srinivas. It took him 17 hours to complete this portrait of you, sir.
Sir,
Wow.
you should tell us what he has used.
Yes, please, sir.
Want to show that.
Sir, can you guess? Sir, can you guess with what he has made your portrait?
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
please
it burning
guess.
something? Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Burning is right, sir. With what?
Your favorite,
Your
sir.
favorite subject again.
Oh, solar energy.
Yes, it is the light rays, which our art teacher, Mr. Srinivas, I request Mr. Srinivas to come over to the front.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So he has used a magnifying glass and he has focused the light rays to burn the wood. So to bring out your portrait.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Over the years, we at Rainbow have also been doing our part for Mother Nature. Rainbow Eco Activists, our seed ambassadors, would like to make a present to you, sir.
Thank you.
I hope this plant will find a place in your little garden in the
Yes,
bus.
it will become part of my garden
Yes,
in the
sir.
bus. Thank
Yes,
you so
sir.
much.
Thank you so much.
We invite our Joint Secretary, Mr. Madhusudan, sir, to join us on the dais.
Gajanan to also come up. Where is Gajanan?
Mr. Gajanan, please.
Come.
Please move.
We request our seed ambassadors to take.
Good evening, sir. We admire and appreciate your initiative to create awareness about the changing climate. We, Rainbow School, want to contribute to your noble cause in a small way. We, the seed ambassadors of Rainbow School, chose seed bombing in a ode to increase the soil fertility in our town. We have been working together to grow more number of trees and spread awareness about the importance of growing more number of trees. But sir, after listening to your amazing journey to enlighten people about the changing climate, we now want to work together to increase awareness about growing more number of trees worldwide. So sir, we please request you to accept our seed balls and toss them in suitable lands during your journey. And sir, we wish you all the very best for your successful Energy Swaraj Yatra. Thank you.
Sir, there are more than 80 seed balls over there. So we request you to toss these seed balls on the way wherever you find barren land or wherever the seed ball could find a very good environment to grow.
Thank you. It will go all the way till Jammu Kashmir.
Wow, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You are also our seed
Thank
ambassador
you.
from now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing this wonderful work. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We request our leaders of Rainbow School to present the Swaraj team members with our token of appreciation. Mr. Akash, please accept.
He has been coordinating with us with the location shared and everything. Akash has done a wonderful job today.
Mr.
And-
Abhishek.
Yeah. So, sir, I think you will have many plants in the bus now.
Yeah. A garden is becoming richer.
Richer. I request the other team members to please come down to receive the small token from
My
Rainbow
Sarthi,
School.
Prakash ji.
Prakash ji. Thank you, Prakash ji.
He is the one who has been driving me all around the country.
Oh, wow. So, the most important person there.
Yeah.
Good job, Prakash ji.
He is my Sarthi.
Sarthi.
And Gajanan.
Gajanan, sir. I find him with the mobile, always recording everything what is happening. Thank you, Gajanan.
Done. All right. Thank you so much. We can go now, right?
Thank you, sir. I know you have an important meeting now. So you have taken a lot of trouble and pain and your time given to us. Thank you so much.
Dear audience, the Energy Swaraj team themselves have composed an anthem about the sun. Let us all pay attention to the solar anthem.
Let us all stand and listen to the song which is played over there.
भूले थे राही हम भटके थे राही हमने जमी को जख्म लगाया कोयला खोदा तेल निकाला और धरती को धुआं उड़ाया आदत बुरी है ये बदलो ना साथी सूरज की शक्ति को अपना लो साथी अब अपनी धरती बचा लो साथी कह दो ना कह दो ना कह दो ना सूरज रे शक्ति देना ऊर्जा देना जीवन देना सूरज रे शक्ति देना ऊर्जा देना जीवन देना सूरज के साए में धरती है पलती सूरज से जीवन का चक्कर है चलता 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 सूरज को अपना ले जीवन में साथी सूरज हर जख्म पे मरहम भी मलता आने वाले कल के लिए हम बच्चों की खातिर इतना करे हम सूरज की शरण फिर से चले हम कह दो ना कह दो ना कह दो ना सूरज रे शक्ति देना ऊर्जा देना जीवन देना सूरज रे शक्ति देना ऊर्जा देना जीवन देना
Beautiful. That was a great ending.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we close the program, I would request we would call upon Mr. Subramaniam, the science teacher who has always been here with us with new innovative ideas. Please, sir, please be on to the dais. So if you all remember, we have donated a van for his mobile laboratory. So Rainbow always owes to him for the wonderful talk that he has been giving to the teachers. He has a beautiful butterfly garden grown. So he gives us beautiful ideas, and he was also a person who guided the students when they were at the Science Museum. Thank you so much, Mr. Subramanian Garu. This is a small gift for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have a small request. The questions were asked in the beginning. We have an answer with our curious minds.
Who are the students?
Master Arnav of grade 9.
Okay.
And
Arnav.
Miss Sri Tanvi of grade 11.
Excellent. Give them a big round of applause for taking away the prizes that Mr. Srinivas had announced in his speech.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to thank Energy Swaraj Foundation, Professor Solanki sir and his team also. And I also take this opportunity to thank our beloved director. In this situation also, you have worked a lot and guide us in everything, ma'am. Hats off you. Let us all put our hands together and appreciate ma'am and the team. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And I think we also need to thank the parents over here who have really taken the trouble of spending their evening here to take away some message. A good role modeling done for all the other parents who are sitting at home. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear parents. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Dear students, you please be seated and follow the instructions.
Hello. I request 9th grade teachers please come forward and go to your classes. The 9th Aster boys stand up. 9th Aster boys please stand up. Be in your place. Be in your place. Girls also stand up. Girls.
you.